Good evening and welcome to the Global Cycling Network Technology Show. I'm James Losey-Williams and my co-presenter today is Alex Payton.
Coming this week, we've got all the latest and greatest hot tech, including some custom new insoles for your shoes, some fancy pants, new gravel kit, and new indoor training fan, as well as comment of the week and the bike vault.
We've also got our main talking point! Yes, this week we're discussing if lightweight bikes and parts are a thing of the past. And why on earth do you have a book?
Oh, you'll realise as we get into the show. You'll wish you had one too.
I can't believe I got a book on this show.
Oh, it's incredible, isn't it?
I'm so excited.
I don't know how that happened. First up, let's take a look at last week's poll. So, last week we asked if we thought helmets should be mandatory for cycling. And clear sort of decider on this one. 75% of people said yes, safer is better, and 25% of people said no, leave everyone to decide for themselves. Kind of sparked a lot of debate on the GCN app and in the comments section down below, and it would appear people have got some very strong opinions on this.
Yeah, which is totally understandable because we're talking about safety here, and safety is an important subject. But I can't think of any time where not riding a helmet is the right thing to do, because ultimately wearing a helmet is safer.
Yeah, I think the argument or the point that lots of people are putting across is that by making it mandatory, you're taking away people's choice. And I think that's kind of what people are against. People have the choice of whether they wear a helmet or not. I'm kind of inclined to agree with that. I'm always going to wear a helmet. To be honest, 99% of the time when I ride a bike, I'm going to wear a helmet. It's only those tiny little journeys like across town.
I say I'm totally with you, and I say for everyone out there, definitely wear a helmet, because I would say that's the best thing to do whenever riding your bike.
Sensible advice from you.
As you can see from this mummy predicament here.
Good job, I always wear a helmet.
Yeah. Anyway, moving straight on to our main talking point. Now, we have just been at Eurobike. Now, that's happened last week. Yep. Ollie's been out there. He's been chucking back some incredible videos. I've got to say, some of the most amazing tech is out there. But the interesting thing is that it's not what you expected. Anyway, if you haven't kept up with all those videos, then why not? Why aren't you subscribed? Because do you know what I am going to make mandatory? Subscription to the Global Bicycle Network Technology Show.
In a simple way, if you haven't subscribed, just why not? Hit the bell icon and you won't miss out on any future videos. Anyway, something that we did notice was there was a bit of a lack of the sort of crazy lightweight bikes and parts that we would have seen in the past. Now, it's still out there, the stuff's still there, but rolled back a few years and it was crazy lightweight this, uber lightweight that, everywhere. Although Ollie did still see a pretty cool looking bike. So check this bad boy out. It's from Schmolka. 5.1 kilograms, Schmolka. And I think it's 12,000 euros. What? So let's see what Ollie has to say about it.
Gravel bikes are more beefed up and usually a bit heavier than road bikes. But who says they have to be heavy? Not Schmolka, the German lightweight carbon fibre specialists. They've got this bike, it's called the Infinity. And in this full build you can see before you here, full gravel build, with tubeless tyres, 7.1 kilograms. That is incredible. So light for a gravel bike. That's lighter than most disc brake road bikes. So what have we got on here? Well, we've got a full Campagnolo e-car gravel specific group set with hydraulic disc brakes, 160 rotor front and rear. We've got the Schmolka SL saddle. This isn't the lightest saddle that they do. They are, sort of weight weenie brand, but this one's actually got a bit of padding on, which is good because it's, a gravel bike. We've also got the TLO bar and stem and seat post from Schmolka, which is a flared sort of gravel bar. But I mean, the carbon on here, it's amazing. It all just looks like so nice, but it's also all really light. This seat pin in particular, it just looks so minimal. Then you've got this nice carbon seat collar as well. All these little weight-saving things, but this is still a functional bike. I can see that it's got mounting points on it, as a gravel adventure bike should, for all your bottles and your bags or whatever you want to attach onto the bike. Whew. Proper cool, isn't it?
Have you found a picture of me yet?
No. Now then, I know many of you are going to be poised at your keyboard, ready to type out, aero bikes are heavy, disc brake bikes are heavy, tubeless tyres are heavy, but hear me out, right? Whilst traditionally, if we go back a few years, the emphasis was put on making everything as lightweight as possible. I mean, it's what the pros wanted, and at the time, that was what people thought was the fastest setup. But it's 2022 now, guys, so hear me out, because whilst tradition is great, I think when you're designing bikes and products, the emphasis needs to be put onto the data and the science behind it rather than just tradition.
Yeah, and in most cases, I guess they are. I guess that's why we're seeing aerodynamics and rolling resistance being the deciding factors of the equipment choice for a lot of people and the pros out there. I mean, take case in point, you know, this one. Stage 12 of this year's Tour de France saw the great Tom Pidcock descend at warp speed and go up Alpe d'Huez at warp speed too, taking the win. And he did it all on
an aero bike, disc brakes, and tubeless tyres.
There you have it.
I mean, most of us are going to know that an aero bike is heavier than a non-aero bike, and a disc brake bike is heavier than a rim brake bike. But the science and research behind it shows that in general terms, like a 5-watt saving, we were talking about this earlier, a 5-watt saving is of greater importance than a 1 kilogram weight saving in bike. And that's why people are putting more emphasis on that.
More and more teams than ever before are using tubeless tyres. I mean, take Ineos, for example, who have said they're going to be, it's the first tour that they're using exclusively tubeless tyres.
Yeah, it's an interesting point, actually. So you see, a really well set up tubeless tyre system is going to be saving you at least 5 watts, which means even though it might be ever so slightly heavier, it kind of negates the extra weight on your bike from having a disc brake and aero bike, for example, which means overall you have a faster setup.
Yeah, and talking about fast setups, let's go back to my example that I did with Tom Pidcock on stage 12, where he did some epic descending, literally groundbreaking descending.
Nuts,
it was absolutely crazy, pushing the limits of any brakes, so I'm glad he had disc brakes on. And then he managed to time trial across to the brake with the likes of Chris Froome, so TT style.
Aero bike helping
using
him out.
the aerodynamics and the rolling resistance. And then he managed to hit the Alp, fly up the Alp. So you've got to say that if you put together the rolling resistance of the tyres and you put together the aerodynamics, then it outweighs maybe having a 1 kilogram lighter bike.
Yeah, easy, simple, rest our case there, can't we? Although, actually, come to think of it, if he had a disc brake aero bike with fast rolling tyres that was bang on the 6.8 kilo weight limit the UCI set, he would be even faster still. But that kind of stuff doesn't exist just yet.
Yeah, and I guess if manufacturers try to do that, where they'll be compromising on bits, and then you'll be going slower again.
Yeah. At the moment, I think it's kind of like where the technology is. I think we've got another couple of years till we see all of that stuff come down in weight, bang on to the UCI weight limit.
Yeah, so basically, you get what we mean. You know, a faster bike is the technology that is being advanced now.
Yeah. Anyway, I think we should have a poll on the subject. So, head over to GCN app, and our poll this week is going to be, when choosing a bike, a new bike, old bike, whatever, do you prioritise weight, aerodynamics, rolling resistance, or the type of braking system that the bike's got?
I'm going to predict people are still going to say light.
You think?
I just think that
people are stuck in the ways.
I think that's just road mentality.
Okay, yeah.
The first thing you do when you see a bike is pick it up.
Yeah, well, it's the easiest thing to check, isn't it, when you're there? Anyway, right, head over to GCN app, vote on a poll. We'll discuss the results next week.
Next up.
Fantastic. Hot tech next. It's now time for hot and spicy tech. Got even more stuff from Eurobike this week.
Yeah, I know. Thank you so much, Ollie, for doing all the hard work for us. What a top guy.
So first up, let's hear all about some new insoles from Italia. And for those of you out there that are always commenting and questioning whether Ollie actually wears any socks, well, let's answer that question now. Also,
run the VT.
Oh, run the VT. That stands for videotape. Now's exactly the time why I've got this book.
Right.
You want to share?
Seller Italia has an addition to its ID Match bike fitting system now. You may have seen that before because Manon and I did a video on it a couple of years ago. But in addition to sort of the bike geometry part of the system, they're now able to measure your feet so that they can provide customised insoles or footbeds so that they can better increase your comfort of your shoes, but also improve the efficiency of the power transfer through your shoes. And the way they do this is with this system here. You put your foot on this, it measures it with lasers. Cool. And then there is like a thermal bed on the base of this plate, which is able to measure the size of your arches. So I've got medium arches, and then I can be paired with an appropriate insole that provides support of that medium arch. This can be trimmed to size, simply put in my shoe, and then I've got an insole that better suits my feet. I think it's really cool.
Next up, we've got a new fan that I could do with one of them. Now, this one is from Elite. Now, it's known as the Aria. Now, if you're not up to speed with your Italiano, this is translated to air, which actually works quite well for
Makes sense, really, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So it's a smart indoor training fan. Obviously, you can adjust it as you'd imagine on the unit itself, but the smart sort of features got integrated with it means it can automatically adjust because of your speed you're riding at on the indoor trainer, the power you're riding at, the heart rate you're riding at, and get this, cool bit, is it can automatically adjust in relation to your body temperature. So it links up, good visual there. So it links up to the core body temperature sensor. This is an external sensor, totally different company and product, but it's got integration for that. Now that little sensor clips onto the side of your heart rate monitor and records your body temperature.
It is insane, isn't it, where science has gone for indoor training. I mean, there is no longer where you're just, plugging, your old
desk fan.
your dumb computer or your dumb trainer in front of a blank wall.
Yeah, those days are long gone.
Those days are long gone.
So yeah, a few more stats about this for you. It's got adjustable positioning, so you can angle it just right if you like. Pair up to your smartphone, you control it remotely. Cool bit of information for you. On the sides of the unit where it draws the air in, it's got two little filters, like carbon filters, so that, well, I guess in theory, it's not just blasting dust and bits of stuff into you as you're trying to work out. Pretty good, eh?
This seems insanely...
Oh, also, there's a neat little leather strap on the back for carrying it, if you want to carry it around.
Well,
that's like in line with Elite's other products.
Oh, Alex, my little tech nerd. That sounds absolutely incredible. Anyway, let's go back to Ollie, who's been at the Eurobike, who's got his hands on a rather fancy pants work stand.
Another bit of cool road bike tech from Tepeat. This is a work stand called the T3X, and it's specifically been designed for high-end carbon frames, ones that might have thin-walled tubes that could be damaged, or with fancy aero tube profiles that are difficult to clamp without maybe damaging them. So instead, you've got this 3-point adjustment with these gummy straps here, which just gently cradle your bike without damaging it. And then on top of that, you've got this really neat little idea, because there are dedicated tools that do this, but it's great to see it integrated into a stand. This little clamp comes down, and that just holds your bars forward and straight when you're working on the bike. Because again, when you get a delicate carbon bike in a work stand, a thing that can often happen is the bars swing round, damage and dent or crack the top tube. So brilliant, really good idea. Also got these free unlimited bib shorts. This is actually the women's version, so a bit of a slightly different construction in that the bib straps actually cross over at the back, and then the back of the short can be pulled down more easily, so that it's more useful for ladies going to the toilet, which is a really important design feature. Being an adventure gravel short, they also have pockets on the side, because, well, you can never have enough pockets when you're on an adventure, so you can stick your banana in there or whatever you want. The choice is yours. But another feature that I like on these particular shorts is the grippers. So rather than the old grippers that you used to get on shorts several years ago, where they were little thin elastic affairs that would dig in and give you sort of sausage legs, these are much wider, laser cut, much better tailored, that spread the pressure out over a larger area and just result in a more comfortable and better fit. Big fan. Would love to go on an adventure in these, although the men's version, not the ladies' version. Anyway.
Oh, Ollie, I've got to say, the best bit about that whole Eurobike was Ollie getting in the lederhosen.
That was possibly the best bit.
Yeah.
Well, other than that fan, that was pretty cool. Anyway, finally in Hot Tech this week, we've got some brand new t-shirts and merch over at shop.
Oh, yes, we do, buddy! Sorry, I forgot yours.
It's at shop.globalcyclingnetwork.com.
Yeah.
I've got the t-shirt on. I think it looks epic. Hank's got his new big French bike race yellow jumper on. He thinks it look epic.
Yeah, I feel like I look like a dandelion.
No, I think you're starting it out. I don't know why you got a jumper on though. It's like literally like 40 degrees outside.
Yeah, I am melting.
And there's also another t-shirt. I can't wear two t-shirts at once. So what we're going to do, we're going to get some epic pictures. We haven't taken them yet because we're going to do it as soon as we finish filming the show.
This is our epic photo shoot. Take it away.
Cue photo shoot.
Boff.
It's now time for comment of the week.
Yeah, my favourite bit of the show where we go through all your comments that you left under last week's show when we pick out the best ones.
How's it your favourite bit of the show? You've not done this bit before. All right. So first comment, what have we got?
Yeah, we've got one from Alamany. How in the world do people who watch GCN not know how to present their bikes for the vault? It's been explained so many times that I've got it memorised.
That's a good point.
That's such a good point. But, I have to say, even I've been told how many times to present my bike and I still get it wrong.
What can I say?
Yeah.
Persistence
is key.
Eventually will drum it into you.
Yeah.
Couple of other comments left from some of the cool Eurobike videos, of which I think we've got 3 or 4 Eurobike videos out now. Pretty cool. Good work, Ollie. Richard Davis says, love Ollie's wide-eyed little boy enthusiasm. Makes tech interesting for us old school dinosaurs.
Yeah, he is so good at that, especially this bit. VT that bit. Anyway, Luca Bergamasco.
Yeah.
My first reaction seeing the title, no, not another video on the Eurobike. Second reaction, sorry, my bad, wrong Eurobike.
That's actually quite funny.
I quite enjoyed that one.
And final comment from under last week's show. Somebody said, Alex got lucky there was no gold chains in the bike vault. Don't think I'd have been up for doing a fist bump. This one's all right now.
Yeah.
Fist bump, trial run in case.
Nice. You still look a bit worse for wear though, buddy.
Yeah, I'm not looking great. Yeah. All right, well, next up, it's now time for the bike vault. Now, this is actually my favourite part of the show. Love it. This is where you send in pictures of your bikes onto the GCN app. Then Hank and I judge be the nice or super nice. If they're super nice, you get the super nice dance, and we ring the bell.
It's the bike vault! So excited.
Come on, sit back down now.
Yeah, sorry.
Right. And first up, as we always do, we're going to go through the most super nice bike from last week on the app. And that is from Painkiller. So check this thing out. So
Woohoo! Holy shoot! It's sick!
Cool, you had me worried there when you started that phrase.
That looks so cool.
That is cool, isn't it?
I gotta say, I rode Trek for a bit when I first started at GCN. And
You'd bet it wasn't painted like
it's
that.
such a cool bike, but that paint job literally brings it to life. I mean, look at it.
I like that. I'm going to super nice it.
It's got...
Wow. Quick on your toes there. Yeah. What's our first submission from this week? It's from Anthony Falvey25 with, what is this bike? It's a Specialized... Oh, it's a Specialized Alley Sprint.
I had a Specialized Alley as my first ever bike. Do you know that?
Are you going to make your own bike reference when we're discussing everyone else's bikes? No, I'm kidding. Sorry, I got a bit carried away.
No, I've got to say, this is proper cool.
I like this.
I love the Celeste.
Yeah, I like that colour actually. Well presented. It's in not quite Biggie Smalls, but looks good enough. Are the valves aligned?
The valves...
I can't quite see. No, they're not.
No, are not aligned. But, I mean...
What are you thinking? I'll let you lead this. You're the guest today.
I'd love to give it a super nice, but it's just not popping for me.
Okay,
I'd like it to pop out from the background.
A nice is still good, isn't it?
A nice is still good.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do nice. Let's do nice.
So next up we've got one from Zach.vk, their pride and joy for training on. What is this?
This is an interesting story. A training ride for my bike to beat cancer fundraiser a month away if you want to donate.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he's got a link there. So,
looks Canyon Ultimate. Yeah.
Matte black stealth, but then the flashes of orange there.
Yeah.
I do love a good flash. Is that no, it's not a gold chain, is it?
no.
DT Swiss wheels, nice Conti tyres.
Dry stone wall behind him.
I love a dry stone wall.
Yeah. Okay, what are we going to go with this then?
We are going to give that a nice.
A nice?
Yeah.
All right, just a nice. Next up, who have we got?
We've got one in, from Mix Pix 52. As a kid in the 60s and 70s, this would have been the dogs. Beep. Anyway.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, it's a rally chopper!
Is it a rally chopper?
That is a rally chopper, isn't it? Well, it looks exactly like a rally chopper.
It's got a gear lever in the middle, like a stick shift. What is that?
That looks so like a rally chopper. You must know. You're the tech guru.
I gotta say,
Have you seen one of them before?
I can't say I was around in the 60s and 70s.
Well, I'm going to give that a nice.
Captain Kangaroo says, Schwinn bikes are the best.
It's a Schwinn.
It's a Schwinn.
God, that was us looking at the bike and
Should
not
we just
looking
super
outside
nice
the box.
Should we super nice
Okay,
it?
super nice.
For fun. Next up is iGuy27. These usernames, fantastic. Otto Venturi STC. I like this. Eurobike, tan sidewalls. What else?
But it's not tan, is it?
Oh, they're just the sort of brown.
But it's not tan.
Tan walls sound better though. Yeah, okay, brown sidewalls.
Yeah, sorry. I also like the blue jockey wheel there, if you look really closely.
Oh yeah.
A really cool looking bike actually.
Pimped out. They got some pimped out valves as well.
Yeah, and you love pimped out valve
pimped
caps.
out valve. Yeah.
So let's give that super nice.
Next up is from Matt_Shui.
Yeah, I bought this amazing little bike over a year ago and loved it ever since. Also put some slightly irresponsible upgrades on it that make me go real fast. Like
irresponsible.
How can we look for the irresponsible upgrades?
Irresponsible upgrades. I've never. Maybe that should be a new video I make. Top 5 irresponsible upgrades.
I like that. Well, we got matched up valves.
Yeah. Gears correct. Cranks are aligned.
Gears correct. Cranks are aligned. I mean, it looks good. It's proper slammed. It's got. Is that a light on the front or a camera?
I'm not sure.
Let's see. What are you going to give this, buddy?
Part of me wants to say I'm not 100% sure on it, but I think it looks quite cool. I'm going to go super nice.
Hit it. Next up, we have one from Jonathan B. Vacation Ticino. Every day we are visiting another lake, Lago de Laguna. I've actually been there. It's a beautiful place.
Have you?
Yeah, Como.
Of course you've been there.
Italy. It's incredible.
Rose reveal.
But you can't quite see what's going on the bike there because it's kind of in the shadow. It would have been nice to be in the sunlight.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give that a nice, but the background's
I'm going to go nice. Lovely background. It's a shame that we can't assess the bike correctly.
Yeah, now you're go on, hit this one up.
Okay, next one is from Andrew EC. It says it was a bike for sale, so maybe it's not their own bike.
Can we buy a bike today? Can we buy a bike today?
What is this thing?
Yeah,
this is insane.
This is my ultimate. You know my great love for motorbikes.
Yeah.
Maybe this is what I've always wanted. A bike and a motorbike all in one. Half bike, half motorbike. It's, like one of those horses that's half human and half, what's it called? I saw it in Harry Potter. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, I think it looks incredible. How on earth, do you reckon that is all on there enough that you could pedal the bike?
Do you reckon it's aero? With a fairing?
I'm banned by UCI anyway.
What do you reckon
Can't take this bike to a UCI event.
What do you reckon the CDA is that?
I wouldn't even know where to start.
Well, I'm going to give that a super nice. No, I can't. I can't do all that. No, I can't. I'm sorry.
Sure?
I love it, but I don't love it that much.
Well, you're not going to be back for a couple of weeks,
Yeah.
so you can make the most of it if you want. No?
I can't.
Okay, it's just
it's going against. It's going against.
Okay.
I love it, but it could be a lot better. I might even try and do my own. Anyway, that's all we've got time for the Bike Vault. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have presented it for you, because I've got to say, I never get to do the Global Technology Show. Ever.
I enjoy the show. I'm actually going to have a little lie down after doing this with you. Oh, thanks very much.
Right, we'll see you in the next video. Ciao.